This podcast can be rude, crude, but always fabulous. If you don't like bad language, discussions of a sexual nature, or gays, turn off now. Otherwise...
Right, we are recording, so in your own time,
I'm scared.
Hello and welcome to 5 Gays, 1 Girl and a Podcast, the roundtable discussion with an opinion for everyone, whether you like it or not. Today, if you follow her, she might follow you back, but only if you're pretty. Lady G.
That's true.
Thanks to the shit summer, he hasn't got his one white t-shirt out of the wardrobe yet. Gary John Sr.
I know. I thought it was quite a hot summer, actually. Sorry.
Wow.
No, it's not. Ready with a show tune for any occasion, Lee Hardwick.
Hello.
And
It's me.
our diamond in the rough of Preston, Joe Coppock.
Hello. Hiya.
And always ready with a story you never expect and not sure if you want to hear, Joel Ross.
Who are you?
And finally, myself, Ewan McRae.
Oh, hey!
Okay!
Hey, Ewan.
So today I've decided that we're all going to talk about social media.
Ooh.
So,
You can only like it, love it, be surprised about it, be sad about it, or angry.
the more you communicate,
Or gay pride. Apparently you can do that now. I hate that fucking
Yeah, but I don't
thing.
know what that means.
It's only there for pride.
It means you enjoy
feeling
being gay.
pride.
Feeling proud.
You don't use that one when
All
someone's
the time.
died.
oh god, my grand's died. Proud.
Shock.
Confusion.
I know, exactly. Joel, are you alright?
Yeah, you've
Joel
gone very
McRae
quiet.
lost his
I
slightly.
keep looking at him across the table. He looks like he's died.
He
Yeah.
just
But-
goes from like super loads
But
of
then again, at the
talking
same time, I kind of
to-
worry, because obviously I think he's bipolar, but at the same time, Joel is not on any
No.
fucking social media.
I was just going to
Yeah,
ask.
why?
I was going to ask what importance do we put on social media? And Joel, you're not on Facebook, so I was going to get your opinion on that.
Well, I haven't been on Facebook for 2-3 years, and I just find it all quite indulgent, and I
Yeah.
don't see what the need for it is in terms of what are you sharing on there. Like, why do you have to? If you've got like your group of friends, why are you using that platform for? And anyone who I really want to be in contact with, I've got their
You're in
numbers I can talk to, and anyone say when I was on it was really good. When I was traveling, I met people traveling.
Yeah.
But in terms of like WhatsApp and other like developments, I can speak to them there. I'd rather talk to someone
Yeah.
in person than you feel. I think it gets warped into this weird relationship that you're in touch with someone because you liked a photo.
Well, yeah, you
or-
just get you get completely removed, and it becomes this impersonal.
Yeah.
I could generally delete Facebook, and I'd still only speak to the
Yeah, yeah,
You say you
yeah.
only have time for about 5 people, really properly.
Exactly. There's
Like 5 friends.
few people, and then there's like
I only see you because of this.
and I'm sort of forced to, and there's like Chris,
Not Claire's Chris.
not Claire's Chris, my mate, Chris, and that's it really. You know what I mean?
My
It's
Chris secretly lives with Gary.
in my cupboard.
We pass them around.
Yeah,
So many people in cupboards.
But no, it's like you could delete it and then not actually. So yeah, Joe, you're right. I kind of think, why do we need it? I think about when I'm posting on Instagram though. I always sort of feel like I don't have to be, but I feel the need to be on brand, constructed to the way I present myself and my
Yeah, your
personality.
online persona.
My online me, exactly. So it's all sort of maybe a bit weird. It's a bit sort of black and white. It's a
Yeah.
bit sort of gothy or whatnot, or just a bit odd, as opposed to just a picture of a
quite
fucking ice
violent.
cream. My Instagram.
Oh, because
Full
of
of guns.
Because of the program.
It's quite a lot of guns. I know.
We do, yeah,
What do
a
you
lot of
think
guns.
should we do like, what do you think your Instagram says about you?
Oh, good question.
Well, it says I like guns,
Quite.
Yeah.
and it says I've got a dog. It's just guns and the dog, pretty much most of my Instagram, isn't it?
You're a
Um,
hunter.
I'm like, yeah, hunter.
But
Josh?
is that what you like project out there?
No, it's
Is
just
that-
what I'm up to.
I was going to say, because a
That
lot
is
of
just
people
what
like...
I'm up to. I don't just save photos and then put them up at a convenient time.
Yeah.
Joe
Like-
is a bit more into the topless gym selfie vibe.
Yeah.
I mean, because I can see a progression in myself.
If
And
I
I just
posted
need
a
to share
topless
that.
gym
But
selfie,
why
I
do you...
think,
Is that like-
why
I
do
think
you-
that's because I'm insecure, to be honest.
Why- yeah, I was
I think
gonna say,
that's
why do
because I
you
used to
share-
be fat, so
why-
I need to show people I'm not fat anymore.
Yeah, that's the question.
Which is
I was trying to
drilled
ask,
in my
which is like,
head.
why do you feel you need to show the progression on Instagram rather than...
to Matt.
Just for
Yeah.
yourself.
Well,
yeah.
show it to my
Should we do
mum,
topless
too.
selfies?
Joel shows
I've
you
just
quite
this cough.
arty.
Yeah.
Well, I think the reason I started Instagram is because I did the 100 Happy Days, which I didn't like finish, and I was looking for like a platform.
It's only a week.
Oh God.
It was good though. Your pictures are really good.
That's what I got to when I like started it. But then I was still very much in that mindset. Why do people need to? Why
do-
can't I just keep it on my own laptop?
I think it's
for-
good. I think it's good to question yourself with that as well, because otherwise it just becomes this like.
And then I went through like a phase where I stopped doing the 100 Happy Days and I was taking like pictures of me and my mates and stuff. But then I like hated that, so I didn't use it for a couple of years. And I've just started using it again for the other photo project that I'm doing, like the 100 Happy Strangers, just to have like that platform because.
Do you maybe think you should not make it 100 just to set yourself a little bit of an achievable goal?
Like one happy stranger.
Oh, you can do more than one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on 12.
Like 12, but 12's a nice number. Yeah. It's
I
like,
stop at 12.
One a month.
Middle of my boobs.
But I'm just like, I do find myself, and that's what I like often berate myself. That's why I hated Facebook as well. Is that you'll just like nose on it.
Deep
Yeah.
in
Love it.
Instagram, yeah, and you're like, oh, who's this person? Oh, your ex-boyfriend from 12
That's
years
when you
ago.
might accidentally like something.
Yeah,
That you,
or
oh God.
have you done that?
Yeah. And then
That's-
unliked it, but then you've already done the
Oh,
damage.
you
haven't you?
unlike?
oh.
Well, you have to, but then the
Really?
damage is already done.
No,
I mean, it
I
doesn't matter,
wouldn't.
does
You can
it?
quickly rectify it, can't you?
No,
No.
I wouldn't go for an unlike.
Once a like has been ticked, it's out there forever.
What would you do?
constantly
Would
do
you
it.
unlike or stick with your error? I think you've got to stick with it and
Yeah.
Oh,
then pretend it
backtrack.
was intentional.
Oh, definitely backtrack.
Really, you'd unlike?
Yeah, 'cause
so
it's
they
an
know
accident.
that you've liked it.
That's
and
only
then
if they
deleted
get.
it.
That's only
Yeah,
if they get a
because-
notification.
Yeah, but you will get a notification.
You will.
So,
I don't get notifications
No, I
because
turned
I
it
have mine
off.
turned off.
Yeah.
No, but when
No,
you
but
go
when you
on
go
the
onto
app,
it-
it shows who you've liked. You
Oh,
don't
yeah.
get like a bing on your phone.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
when
yeah.
you go on, it'll say like,
So and so's
liked
liked.
your picture.
Yeah, that's true.
I never
really good.
post like insightful things.
You know, people
No.
post like, this guy went into a shop and didn't get served by a Muslim because he was in the British Army. And it's like, Britain First are posting about it. And it's like,
I
oh,
know.
fuck off, you bunch of losers.
I just ignore that shit though. Oh my god, I'm the worst for like being sucked into stuff. Chris gets so mad at me because I'll be like, I was reading this really good thing online, and his first question is always where,
Where?
Yeah.
and the answer is always Lad Bible.
So,
And he's immediately like, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
But
I do love Lad Bible.
I love
oh,
Lad
they've got
Bible.
some brilliant.
And animals.
What if
Oh
like
my
funny
God.
videos?
Crack me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love their very factual news reports.
But what they've shown recently is that actually, despite all this fake news reports that everyone's believing and all this kind of stuff, it's actually encouraging people to be more educated about where they get their news from. So it's having kind of a weird positive effect. So what you were saying with Chris there asking you where you've heard it from, I think a lot more people are actually questioning when they hear something now, rather than just being like, oh right, it's on Facebook, so it must be true.
With Brexit especially, so many people were like, if you vote for Brexit, you're a fucking idiot and you know nothing about politics, and like just all of
Abuse.
word vomit
Yeah.
of abuse towards people. And you're like, firstly, I voted for Brexit. And
Fucking hell, VDG.
that made me...
Surprise.
Don't hate on it. Don't hate on it.
Yeah, but that made me feel like really the way people
Made you
acted
feel like a
about
baddie.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly, when you
and
shouldn't
it also
feel like a
made me
baddie.
feel like, oh my god, I really can't tell anyone who I voted
Yeah,
for.
which
Yeah.
is bad. I don't like that. I mean, and this is the kind of thing about that debate, and it's kind of what Ewan was saying about the Scottish referendum as well. It just encourages people to just think, oh, just because you don't agree with me, then you must be a bad person.
Yeah,
or you must be-"
exactly.
It's like, I don't agree with Claire with Brexit and stuff like that. But I think she's a bad person because she voted it? No, because she's an educated woman. She voted. That was her decision. She's entitled to do that.
Exactly. People have their reasons.
What-
But then, but like you were saying before, when you're on social media and people are slating that person for making that choice, that's when it's wrong.
Yeah,
Have you
you're,
seen
you're
that
just as bad as
And
the
it's
other
not
people.
what
Yeah.
politics is about.
And you said when someone posts something about somebody you don't agree with, and you say it's a bad person, and it's people are losing the ability to debate
Yes.
and realize what a debate is, and not an argument
Yeah.
or like a
Question their decision.
difference of opinion. Yeah, like being able to debate someone with an opposite opinion to you without just saying, "Oh my god, you're an idiot. Oh my god,
Yeah.
you're wrong."
Well, the classic thing is kind of like people who support Jeremy Corbyn, right? And they have a go at Tories for being these, awful people who are destroying the country and all this kind of stuff. And they use really like foul language to do it. They'll go out there and they'll end up basically becoming just as bad as the people who they're claiming to
Yeah.
hate. And that's what I think.
Precisely.
It's, the hypocrisy on social media is horrendous.
It's just, I think it's a mixture of the anonymity you can put on social
Yeah.
media and the quick. I think it's just taught us to be very like quick fire and absorb little tiny bits of information,
Yeah.
which we've kind of got addicted to getting without really like putting like longer things or considered things, or people aren't reading like longer forms anymore that give you that full opinion.
Joel's having a meltdown.
Internal brain.
I don't think he just keep looking over, just keeps going. Just slightly similar, because we can keep it within politics. What do we think of celebrities and/or politicians on social media? So we can keep it like with people like Trump.
Right.
The
yeah.
people that have done well have done it in a
and/or
clever way,
celebs,
haven't they? Yeah.
You know, what do you think about them with their own social media?
Twitter is such a big part of who Donald Trump is. You know, it's what got him elected. He's the first politician to really master it in that way. But I mean, it's really irresponsible for him to be like making comments on like serving members of his cabinet. I mean, yeah, the Trump stuff is bad, and celebrities, I think.
Taylor Swift.
Oh, I hate when celebrities complain.
I don't know what she came to my mind.
Taylor, do you know what sent Taylor Swift loads of snake emojis? Is that not a thing? I had to ask someone.
Katy Perry sent her
I
loads of snakes.
had to ask someone what sending a snake emoji meant, because I had absolutely no idea. They were like, everyone's campaigning to send Taylor Swift snake emojis. I was like, why does she like snakes? Like,
Has she got a pet snake?
she got a snake.
Yeah. No, I
They
think,
just mean snake.
Yeah.
Like you are a snake.
I think
You're a
celebrities on
I think she's a
Twitter.
snake.
I hate when they're like, oh God, you know, why is everyone being so mean to me? And it's just like, but you're putting yourself out there. I mean, you're the ones, and obviously it's vital for their exposure and stuff like that. But the way you manage your social media is totally up to you. So if you're going to be a dick on social media and then you're having a go at the people,
And then people get a
really-
victim complex.
Yeah.
Right? But you just
I hate it when they use it for example, if someone's died, or if there's something terrible has happened, and then the celebrities start outpouring.
Yeah.
Their, in
Yeah.
my opinion, because on Twitter it seems disingenuous.
Yeah.
It just seems. I just hate
seems
it.
like you're fishing for.
I
Exactly.
hate celebrities with the new ad thing.
Ad.
Oh
Ad.
my god, I've been using this charcoal toothpaste for like a week, and
But
that's
that's-
why my teeth are really white. And it's like, no, you fucking haven't.
But that's all people with lots of followers on Instagram do, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
products, and
That's
they're
all
like,
they
I
do.
just happen to be
Sponsors.
using this whole MAC palette set
Yeah.
while I'm brushing my teeth.
Yeah.
And
Super
you
funny.
should buy it because I'm being paid £1,000.
This is the best thing I have ever used in my life.
I just-
It's funny to watch.
Just like my view with
Wonderful.
social media is just, I just don't really like it at all. So I've got no.
I'm with you. If I could like
I
just
just-
leave it, it would.
I'm with
be
you on
quite
that as well.
happy.
With like say, I've got no interest in. If people can do witty comments like a celebrity or
If
like
you share on Twitter.
politician, yeah, and it's quite funny. But I've got no connection to it because I don't know them, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really relate to me
Well,
at all.
but then you wouldn't follow them. Like you follow people
Yeah.
who do.
Yeah,
relate
you
to
follow,
you.
like-
Yeah.
Us.
Yeah.
I don't follow any of
No,
you.
do you care? So, for example,
Well, I was going to ask you this, yeah, because you said that you're very proud of getting up to your number of Instagram followers you have. Why?
purely it's super sad.
Okay.
I don't know, I can't explain why.
It's validation.
Yeah,
surely.
it is.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like
Validation.
it's quite a worrying form of validation, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's terrible. And like I'll be like, oh, I've got 3 more followers, and then I'm up to like however many.
Yeah.
Not very many, I can confirm. But it is really sad that I
But it's
am,
a
and I
positive,
try
though,
hard
you know.
to do it. You're saying you don't care about what celebrities do on Twitter, whatever, but surely you don't care about. So the last picture I posted was me and my friends sat by the side of a pool. Do you care about that?
No.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. Like,
Who
this is
does?
why I only follow people that my friend. Well, I follow drag queens because I just like drag queens. Then apart from that, just follow my friends because I do like to see a picture of you. I'm like, oh, Claire's on holiday.
You don't follow me.
I don't follow you because I don't want to see pictures of you. I want to see pictures of the dog. That's it.
That's it.
But no, I do
But if you
get
see a
that,
picture of you
know.
by the pool, then I'm like, oh, Claire's having a nice time. But it also sometimes ruins that thing where you get back.
oh,
you get back
Claire's
from
having a
holiday and you're
nice
like,
time.
but you'll also come back and I'll be like, what have you been doing? And you'll be like, I've been on holiday. I'll be like, yeah, I know. So nothing
Yeah,
else to
that's-
nothing-
yeah,
Or like,
that's
oh
what
yeah,
I
you're like,
don't
oh
like,
yeah, I
yeah.
saw that on Facebook, so
That-
I have nothing else to talk about.
That is true. I don't like that because you then don't have stuff to talk about. They're like, oh yeah, I've seen it all.
But you do have stuff to
Yeah.
talk about. Like, I don't get how that stops you from talking. You can just be like, oh yeah, how
No.
was your holiday?
No. Of course, you can
And
elaborate
photo
on
becomes-
it.
What
It's a
did you
speaking
do
point.
other than sit by the side of the pool at that 1
Yeah,
second and
exactly.
take that picture?
Well, oh,
Did
that
it-
looked like a great sunset.
Oh no, and I.
Joel.
Did it really take 1 second to take that picture?
Oh, yeah.
Or that's what.
Oh,
Ooh,
constructed
what do you
reality.
think
Yeah.
about editing.
Yeah.
It's like
and it's-
catfishing.
Well, what about editing then? So I filter my pictures, but I don't have an editing app.
I think
where
you can go too far because it's
Yeah.
like you're just not.
No.
that
It's not real.
person
Yeah,
My
I've
friends.
seen-
Oh my
I like
god.
to just make my photos look cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I use it for. I don't do it to make myself look pretty because I still, as
But
you know,
lots
like a
of-
badger with TB. But I do use the apps like the app I use, which is Snapseed, which is fucking brilliant because of the nature of my work as well. I'll take a photo of something and then make it look a little bit cooler by filtering it. It's nothing to do with me feeling better because of that photo. Unless it's me in black and white. which is cool.
I think that's the right way to use your Instagram because, you know, if you're open and honest most of Gary's pictures are from him on set somewhere or in production. It's showcasing like who he is as a person through his work life and stuff. It's on brand. I kind of feel that if you looked at my Instagram, for instance, it's got pictures of me on days out with my boyfriend or like enjoying cultural things and stuff like that.
Yours is
That's-
very cool.
Yeah, and that's the part of like who I am. I really enjoy those kind of pursuits, and that's my brand. And Lady G's like with her holidays and stuff
Tits
like
out.
that. No, but like that's what she enjoys the holiday.
Yeah.
That is literally what everyone always says to me. They're like, "Are you always on holiday?"
that leads on to something quite serious, I guess, with social media. In that you have these poor kids who post these suicide videos and stuff on there, and there's been stuff in the States recently where some fucking idiots were playing around with a gun on YouTube and then they killed each other. I guess it can go so you become so open on the thing that actually it's really bad for you because you're prepared to
Do
that.
anything to
But,
get followers.
I mean, the one positive thing that comes out of these kind of sad things is that obviously it does raise awareness for things like mental health and it does make if you are sharing stuff online, then maybe people should listen and be like, God, this person's troubled, maybe we should try and intervene or do something about that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what they're doing. They're using it as a call for help, and I find that quite a fascinating use of technology, actually.
Yeah.
I think that's actually one of the positive elements of social media and the kind of online sharing stuff.
So to negative that, Lee,
Yeah.
sorry.
Go ahead.
It is also used though, so specifically for like anorexia,
Yeah.
it's used
Yeah.
to encourage other people,
Yeah.
which is a
Dreadful.
super bad side of things,
Yeah.
which I think is also linked to the kind of use of celebrities editing their pictures to look
Perfect.
thinner, airbrushed. Like, so if you have acne, you're looking at a picture of Beyonce, who has
Always have to go straight to Beyonce, Lady G.
who has airbrushed herself to look like on point, and that gives such a negative view.
Unrealistic
Expectations.
standards. Yeah.
I understand that not everyone's necessarily confident, and they go onto forums and I don't know where I'm going.
They do. Like,
fucking
is it?
hell.
Are you saying like, is it a positive thing or a negative?
No, I think it's like a negative thing. Basically, I want to talk about net mums.
Yeah, people shut themselves.
There's net mums as
Is there
well.
net
Yeah,
mums
there's
as
two.
well?
People shut themselves down and they become isolated in social media, that they don't leave their house and they just sit there and they have all these friends on social media that aren't real friends and they're not real people.
Yeah,
and
they're all
they're
virtual friends.
So I was
aren't
saying
they?
about it's
like-
becoming like more connected in the digital age, but actually less connected.
Yeah, exactly.
people, yes.
And that's what, say, with Facebook, like I'm good at remembering people's birthdays and just simple things like that. But then if you're not on that, or someone messages you only because it's popped up on Facebook,
This is the
and I
thing
don't
with
think
Facebook.
that's
Happy
genuine.
birthday, and you're like, I'm just gonna alert.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
much.
don't know who it is. And it's not even someone's birthday. I'm like, I'm not gonna call who this fucking person is.
Happy birthday though.
Now, while Joel doesn't use social media like
Or
Instagram
words.
and Facebook very often, you are a user, as we've discussed previously,
heroin?
a dating app. So it's interesting how something like dating, for instance, especially in the gay world, has kind of really morphed in. It's very rare. There's only one thing I can think recently, being you, and met somebody recently offline, and
I
that's kind
did in the real world.
of in the real world, which
I-
is really becoming so rare now.
So what do we think
Joni, yeah.
of people who are famous through social media? Like, for example, Kim Kardashian. Like, they
No,
were very rich.
They
weren't
were, but they were rich. You
Yeah.
know, they,
But her dad
I
was
mean,
a lawyer in a really famous case.
Oh,
OJ.
Neil J.
Yeah,
Simpson.
yeah, very,
Presented
yeah.
OJ.
Yeah.
Famous.
And he was
Quite famous, I guess.
best mates with old OJ.
So was David Schwimmer.
I thought OJ was dead, but he's still alive.
no,
He's
OJ got
been released.
just been
Yeah.
released from jail. Jesus
Oh,
Christ,
shit.
The
yeah.
juice. We were talking about Kim Kardashian
Yes.
and her
Yeah.
social media presence. She separately to that released a book
Selfie
of
book.
selfies. What do we think of that?
Not, it's more fall on the people who would buy a selfie book. I think
Yeah.
they're
Totally.
Yeah.
More for
not
you.
they're the ones who are.
What are you going to do with that? But
We've got one person here who doesn't use it very much.
Who's
and
that?
This.
Oh, him. I forgot about him.
Old Joel Ross.
Zombie.
Oh, Joel, you're having a mental
Yeah,
breakdown.
like Joel does not use social media, and
Joel's not social
and does-
right now.
Does he feel like it's like?
No, I can live quite happily without it. I don't need it at all.
I quite like being like I'll
Talking
go
about
on the
genitals
tube
again.
sometimes and I'll think, right, I'm not gonna look at my phone, I'm just gonna look at people like a weirdo.
Checking when you're with people, like pub, dinner, no.
It's bad, but I
Bad.
find myself like getting out and then I'll click on it and I'll like automatically have like clicked on Facebook
Yeah,
or
I've done that.
something.
yeah, and you
And then I'm like, what the fuck am I
autopilot.
doing? I only do it to check how well my latest Instagram post is
That's
doing.
That's important.
Why don't you all try and live without Facebook for the next week?
I could
It's a
live
good
without
idea.
it.
do
I could
that.
do it for a week. I could.
Yeah.
I
will
have
do
to
it
live
for
without
work.
Instagram
And we'll
as
report
well.
on it.
Does that include Messenger?
Yes.
Does that include
Oh, I hate
Instagram? Just
Messenger.
Facebook?
I'd rather have WhatsApp.
I like pretty much
can't do it
contact.
without Instagram. It's
all
not
my
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So-
for personal work.
No, for personal use. For personal use.
Oh.
No, because I wake up
I
in the
do-
morning
I
and
do
I'll
it
have
straight
like
away.
2 minutes of just like, oh.
But I
what's
do like to
happened?
see what everyone's getting up to, particularly like my friends who are abroad, for instance, who live abroad where I'm like 8 hours ahead.
Send them an email.
But then I don't want to wait for the response. Like when
Yeah.
I wake up, I can be like, oh, they did that last night. Or they're doing that right now. That's nice.
I don't care enough.
I do.
I do.
Fuck 'em.
My parents, oh my god. So my
Ted.
Ted.
Is Ted on social media? This is a good point, actually. Are your parents on social media?
So
My
my
mum
mum is, but Ted is not. Ted,
Is Ted not on
but
it?
Ted is. He decided he hated it, so he didn't want to get it, and all of a sudden. He's vicariously living Facebook through me and my mum. So I'll call them up and I'll be like, oh, I'm just off to dinner with my friends. And he'll be like, post a picture of it. And I'm like, why?
I feel quite a parenty thing.
Why?
My
Why?
mum was once pictures.
Facebook's
Just
getting
like,
I think
Oh.
it's quite a nice
Yeah.
thing to
People
have
love
your
pictures.
parents on.
Yeah.
I do,
My-
because they're
they
like,
like
oh,
it.
it's nice to see you out and about. It brings them happiness, I think.
I think
I'm
it-
friends with a lot of my friends' parents as well, which
Yeah.
must be a bit risky, but
I think that's my
No,
parents
it's
want
good.
their. I don't think they understand that their friends can't see my Facebook. So I think they want their friends to be like see like, oh look.
I've
what
got loads of my
Claire's
m's
doing.
mates on Facebook. They
Yeah.
also
Have
add
you-
me. I go and
Have
hang out
you?
with them. Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever
They
had a
like
parent
me.
ring you up being like, take that down?
no, my mum doesn't
My-
care. I come from
Have you?
I come from hippies.
Yeah.
Oh, your mum's take
Yeah.
Was it the
Or
picture
delete
of you
that
wanking
friend.
from last episode?
I had to delete
To
my
delete
next,
that friend.
Yeah, my next door neighbour, because my next door neighbour kept telling my mum stuff that she didn't
Oh.
know.
my
So
God.
she felt a bit FOMO,
See, that's what I don't like about it. My
which
parents
is a
are
bit
not.
scary.
My parents are not on social media at all, and if they do use WhatsApp though, so we have like a family WhatsApp group. But so I'll share pictures and stuff on that. But my parents have no interest in social media whatsoever. They don't
Yeah.
care.
While I was at uni, my mum deleted me off Facebook for a period of time.
I think that's sensible.
But it was because so I then punished her for it because so she deleted me because one of my friends raped me and put a rather
I love a freight.
That was at uni, it was just constant.
yeah
wasn't
a
it?
rather
I mean, like,
disturbing post that I'd apparently written of something that I was
is it family
apparently
related?
currently doing to somebody else.
Oh.
So my mum deleted me, and then like a week later, she re-added me because obviously she realised she couldn't live without knowing what I was doing. I called her up and I was like, Mum, I will re-add you, but just so you know, this is a warning. If you delete me again for something silly, like obviously something I haven't written, you're not being added again, so think about
I
that.
love that conversation.
You think about that next time.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And she never has.
So, my last thing to mention is where does everyone think social media in the technology side of things is going? So we've got Black Mirror and we've got books like The Circle that kind of predict a slightly apocalyptic dystopian view of where this might
Handmaid's
go.
Tale.
So and Handmaid's Tale.
Oh my
Well,
God,
Handmaid's-
I tried to watch
Handmaid's-
that last night, so
yeah,
don't-
wait.
So amazing.
I started reading the book.
Handmaid's
Tell me about anything.
Handmaid's Tale doesn't really relate to like social media.
Okay, good.
I'm more
No,
thinking
I'm
of it.
joking.
So
I'm
where does
joking.
everyone think where it
Start
might-
again, Ewan. Sorry.
Where-
Sorry, Ewan.
Fucking hell.
Start again.
Love you,
Sorry,
Ewan.
Ewan.
Sorry, say it
Sorry,
again.
Ewan.
So
I'm
say
reading the
again.
book. I'm not watching the show yet.
where do people think social media might be going? We've got shows like Black Mirror, books like The Circle, which show quite a dystopian, bad vision of the future through social media and technology. So where do people think we might be going? Good, bad, worried?
I think The Circle actually is a really interesting. I think The Circle is a really interesting book. They've just done a film as well.
Apparently the film's terrible.
Yeah.
I loved the book, but it's getting panned.
The film isn't terrible. I watched
Is it
the other
really?
day.
Okay, what is it? So
The Circle is about a girl that goes and works for a company which is basically like a huge conglomerate that runs like a huge social media thing. It's like a fake thing, but it's basically a la Facebook, Google all mixed together.
Yeah.
And she basically gets more and more like wrapped into the brainwashing of it, and is like then it kind of it builds up to this bit where
She becomes
it
transparent.
becomes transparent, which means that everyone who's transparent wears a camera around their neck the whole time, through their whole life, so people can just tune into their camera and see what they're doing at all
Constant
times.
periscope.
And
Yes.
it basically causes, it's going to ruin it for anyone that's read the book, spoilers. It basically means that she reveals like her parents like having sex
Yeah.
accidentally, and then eventually results in the death of her like childhood sweetheart, because she's like, everyone wants to see you, and like chases him and he crashes his car.
Yeah.
But it's very like, where are we going?
Like Princess
Like,
Diana.
what is like Princess? Kind of like Princess. Yeah, I mean, it was the press chasing her and wanting to know more about her, so I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Do
I
more
think it's
and
going
more.
to eat itself eventually. I think social media is going to get worse and worse and worse. I think people are going to be, as their
And it'll
kids
go
are
back.
grown up, it will go.
I
It
think
has
Facebook's
to.
going to die
Eventually.
fairly soon.
And could end up in a real world kind of circle scenario. And I think,
Oh Jesus!
I don't want to be around for that.
yeah,
No.
but I think that's coming. I think
I'd
that's
rather
in the
have
next
another
10
dark
years.
age. I would generally rather have another dark age than that.
But do you think it is?
Like the end of the world's
Well,
end,
I mean-
when it's all gone.
Well, I mean, talking about the Handmaid's Tale, it's interesting. But what I'm saying is, what's interesting about that is, do you actually think that with us being so modern and so open and stuff like that, actually will lead to us suddenly rebelling against
Yeah.
something like, no,
That's what I'm saying. So things go in, because you were saying basically
I
things go in
don't think
cycles.
they
Do you
will,
think we'll go
yeah.
back
People are
to?
too addicted.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
we've
So,
got
but then
addicted
if you
personalities.
pursue that right to the end, it's like becomes a thing where you have to be sharing absolutely every part of your life all the time, and you then get judgment for not doing that. That's kind of where the circle goes.
Yeah, but I
and
don't
what does that
think
lead
you
us
can
to?
leave. I don't think people can leave that.
I think there'll be like a revolt against it, and people will
So
shun that.
things.
Joel
Things
is
are
a
going
star.
cycles, so there'll be a kickback from it. Basically,
Yeah.
being like, no, we want to be more private
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
It's kind of like, when you're in an age of enlightenment and everyone's got everything, all of a sudden something happens and it brings everyone back home. I mean, you're seeing it kind of in like world events at the moment. Everyone's like becoming more insular again when, previously we've all been
Not
very
in a good
globalist
way.
in terms of the way that we go about. But, and that has its merits, that also has its huge downfalls. But people are just wanting to clump together a bit more at the moment. I think that's the kind of general theme in society. And it'd be interesting to see what happens in the next 10, 15 years. With
People clump
that.
together and then make a podcast.
Yeah.
That's
Like
what we're
this.
doing. We're too scared of outside life, so we decided to come together and try and
The
discuss
six of
it.
us live in Claire's flat
yeah.
in the cupboard.
She wishes.
Lovely. Well, I think we're done there. We had some very mixed and
That was quite an
interesting feelings about social media.
Yeah, that was quite a sort of what's the word? Middle ground episode.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
quite a serious
you
episode.
get 7 episodes of comedy from us and then 1 serious one, which you have to listen to balance it out.
Exactly. So listen to this one when you want to come down or something. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, you,
Not that we
or you just
condone
want
that.
to be a bit more thoughtful for the
Yeah.
end of the day.
Today's episode is rated thoughtful, rather than our usual rating, which is hilarious.
So now, do you want to most ironically, Ewan?
So now, and ironically, moving on from that, you can find us on social media, because you have to do that, because that's what's important. On Facebook and Instagram, 5 Gays 1 Girl. On Twitter, 5 Gays 1 Girl Pod. And you can email us if you want to tell us anything at 5gays1girl@gmail.com.
Woo!